All right, welcome you guys to our Campaign 21 Tips webinar. I am here with Ms. Cheryl Papayan and Sarah Robeson, and they are going to help me get through these slides and share all the exciting stuff going on in Avon. So why don't we start out by giving a holler in the chat box on your Facebook Live, where you guys joining from. What did you do that was amazing over the weekend? What is your favorite Magic's wand color? All right, we'll get started.
Good job, Amy.
What's that?
I told Amy, good job.
Handed out 41 books. Awesome. Yay. All right, so I have decided that we're going to do these calls every other week with the campaign closeout because I feel that talking just once a month is not quite enough, and I want to keep you guys engaged and excited and knowledgeable with what's all going on in the Avon world. So hopefully you guys are taking some of your own selfies, posting pictures on Facebook and social media of you guys trying the products, because that's when your customers really start to relate to you, when they see a picture of you using it and it's like, oh, okay, if she can pull it off, maybe I can too. So we want to always be sharing. No matter what stage we're in our Avon representative life cycle. So we have Cheryl here, most of you guys know. She is a gold leader on Team Momentum and has built her own powerful Team Shine. And then Sarah has her, I always get this, empowerment and beauty, right? Okay, good. So they have developed their own Facebook groups, and we all work together as a team, and we try to build on one another, not do exactly the same thing, but be there for our team, depending on the size of it and how much support they need. So my most up-to-date information is now on YouTube. If you can't make the calls live, the best place to find my content is on my YouTube channel. So we have had a couple of free shipping with $25 online offers lately that we are able to put out there to attract customers, current and new ones, to our website. I saw in the Beauty Buzz that there's going to be another one this Thursday. So if you're looking how to do some sort of marketing routine when an offer is announced like that, I just did a video on it a couple weeks ago. It's on YouTube. And then I did another few things this last time and got a lot of online orders. So I'm going to make a video on that as well. Talking about how you can really take advantage of the free shipping on 25 or whatever online offer that Avon is giving. So congratulations to Team Momentum. We are approaching the $2 million mark for 2019. I'm still holding out our goal of 4 million. I believe with all of the amazing products that we have coming in fourth quarter, that we should be able to get there no problem. So hopefully all of you who did not make it to RepFest this year, plan on going to Avon Con. So there's a little promo video on that to get you excited. The registration has not opened up yet, but I hope to see you guys all there. Just a little bit about what I've been up to. I went out to Utah for a mastermind conference. Really nice to be around other professionals that are top performers. some in our industry, some not in our industry. I think it helps to have that diversity. And sometimes it helps to step out of your own circle to see things from a different point of view. So whoever you are around and you're investing your time with, make sure it's people that are bringing you up and not bringing you down, and that you're both benefiting from your relationship, that you're both bringing positive aspects to it, and that you're not with a crowd that's bringing you down. So we just celebrated 10 years as a store. Holly's been with me the whole time. I took her out to dinner. We had this amazing creme brulee cheesecake. So just another reminder to always be celebrating your own milestones. I always make it a point to celebrate our team accomplishments, personal accomplishments, family anniversaries and birthdays. So just really, it's up to you to stay in that excited mindset. I know it's easy sometimes to be looking at the negative and what's going wrong, but try to turn that around and always appreciate what's going right. So progress is impossible without change. Change makes us grow. And I know that we are experiencing some growing pains this year. And I feel that too, you guys. I know you don't see that side of me where I go through the struggle and I'm pushing and I'm trying to overcome obstacles. But I promise you it is there at every stage in this business. And in order for us to evolve and get to the place where we need to be as a company, we've just undergone a lot of changes this year. So be excited for new things to come. October 1st, our new CEO will be taking his position. So it's a little bit of a holding period till the end of September, but I promise there are big, exciting announcements to come. So face-to-face ordering, campaign 21 is through October 1st. Make sure that you're always checking in on that campaign insider on closeout days. Just always remember that that is taking place on the Avon USA Rep Facebook page, and that happens at 4 p.m. Eastern. That's 3 p.m. Central Time. So we always want to be looking ahead, not just, okay, well, campaign 20 is due tomorrow. What am I going to do for campaign 21? I hope you've already looked through the book and have some really good ideas of how you're going to make the most of this upcoming campaign. With students with the kids going back to school, it's a great time to be promoting our fundraisers. You can do a face-to-face fundraiser. You can do an online fundraiser. You can do a combination of the two. Finley the Fox is coming in campaign 22. So you can do a full-out Finley the Fox fundraiser, or you can do some of those set fundraiser flyers. And there is so much information if you go look under the fundraising area on Avon now. And then new perks, this has launched, so hopefully you guys have logged in. There is so much there. I'm excited to kind of dig in and see what's there to take advantage of. I mean, I even saw like you can get a percentage off movie tickets and travel and entertainment. So there's just a lot of perks in there. So go in and kind of look around, and don't forget about it when you're gonna book a ticket or buy something. Check in and see if there's a discount available. So here is the rest of our campaign selling calendar. Some of the basics that might help those of you who are newer to Avon. I want to include those tips for success, but we'll keep moving on. So we have through September 30th to take advantage of these representative sets. I did plug in that All About Eye set, and it looks like you still can order it. Remember that these are available for your customers to order as well. They can enter the item numbers on your website. So make sure you take advantage of that. Only a couple weeks left. I know that this one expires today, where the vitamin C peel is free. But just a reminder to always be looking. I don't know who makes these, but whoever does, thank you. They're eye-catching, and I like to share it to my online customers to see what a great value they can get for just $50. So I believe starting tomorrow, it's actually a quad, an eyeshadow quad, and a lip glow that's free with your customer's $50 order. So the code will still be September free, but be looking for a new image to go along with that. So how can we reach the most people? I know you guys that are on my call are like, God, this slide's so boring, but sometimes we do overthink everything, and we want to do something that's like new and exciting. But sometimes it goes back to the basics and what worked in the beginning. What did I used to do that I get excited about that I'm not doing anymore? So make sure that you're always just trying new techniques and tactics until you have your complete work schedule full. So that's really what you need to do. It's all about trial and error. And then when you figure out what does work, kind of doing that over and over and perfecting it and optimizing it. So sharing face-to-face, sharing your website, and then also bringing in new team members. So Avon U is full of free training for representatives at all stages in their career. So everybody always can learn something new. So make sure that you are taking time out of your schedule to learn. Maybe you'll pick up a tip that will take your business to the next level. So I know training can be viewed as not the most exciting thing to do, but think about that raise that might come in your paycheck from doing that training. So I talked to a new rep today. She didn't know where Avon U was. If you're opening the app on your phone, you click on the main menu there, and right, I believe above your name, it has Avon U, Avon Social, and then Alma if you are in leadership. So right at the top of your main menu, and then if you're on a desktop, it's at the very top left corner. And there is a wealth of knowledge in there. So make sure you find that. Leveraging your business tools. So maybe you want to use your What's New book to entice people to join your team. Maybe you want to use it to tease about what's coming up with new products. I know we used to have customers that would literally come in like a couple times a week just to figure out when we got that next new catalog. And they get so excited about seeing the new sales, the new products. So take advantage of that and use those books and the demo book to really plan out your marketing routine and how you're going to make the most of that campaign. What samples are you going to buy? What demos are you going to buy? Looking at those online brochures to really help you get a head start. And then we are still doing our Kickstart program. So that is good for all representatives in their first 7 campaigns. And we had a leadership call last week, and Cheryl called and found out for us that anyone who is pending can place an order and start that Kickstart program. I know at one time it was that they had to place their first order within 30 days of signing up, but we did call leadership and they said that anyone that is pending will go into the Kickstart program with their first order. So if you have a bunch of pending appointments and you're really looking to move them to a team member, maybe it's a great time to reach out and say, hey, let me give you a refresher on our Kickstart program and how you can save 40%. Wouldn't that be awesome for the holidays? So that is what I'm going after, really trying to get removals reinstated, trying to get pendings activated. And for those of you that are brand new, I'm speaking a different language, but make sure that you're doing your best to meet those sales goals if you are in that Kickstart program. They can be big, intimidating numbers, and I did not do well for my whole first year as an Avon representative. So if you are not hitting those goals, don't feel like you're failing. You just have to keep trying till you figure out your own flow. So Rapid Pay, we have this cool little banner now, and you want to make sure that you're signed up for direct deposit so that you can get those online direct delivery commissions as soon as they hit your account. So how that works is it's going to initiate a credit to your bank account within 2 business days after the order ships. And you have to have a credit of $5 or more for it to initiate over to your bank account. So what that means is if someone were to go place an order on my website today, and I earn $10 commission, and I don't owe Avon anything, once their order ships to them, that $10 credit would initiate over to my bank account. So that is how that works. You want to make sure that you're signed up for that direct deposit, and you can make sure to do that under your account and get paid by Avon. Okay, so let's celebrate some of our top new representatives. We have Maria, Stacy, Christine, Diane, Tracy, Terry, Christina, Shell, Tiffany, Kathy, Stella, Diane, Griselda, Catherine, and Amy. Way to go. So these are representatives on Team Momentum in their first 7 campaigns, and this was their campaign 19 order. So way to go. Make sure you're taking advantage of these offers. Right now, that other offer is a better deal that's available to everyone, but come October 1st, you new representatives will still be able to sell these sets here. So who's excited for all of the Korean beauty products coming our way? Yay! I know, I don't think they can get here soon enough. We're all like little kids that want to play with new toys. So I see some excitement in the chat box. I'm just really excited to have new trendy products with great pigments and selection. Just super excited to try it all out. And why don't you guys tell me which beauty product are you most excited about that you've seen coming our way? So we also have Chi Hair Care coming. This is all, woohoo! You guys can unmute and give me a little cheer. Woo! All right, Cheryl, you're up.
Oh, there we go. Woohoo!
All right. Yeah. Okay, so exciting. So the Chi Hair Essentials are, you can see, I took a little picture of the travel size information card that was in there. The shampoo is 90% natural, the conditioner 92%, the thermal protecting spray 90% natural, and then we also have a repairing serum. So really excited for all of that to come out. Those of you that were at Rep Fest, I'm sure you fell in love with it like I did. And then all of the exciting holiday products coming our way. Hopefully you guys have all saved your pennies for the Campaign 24 What's New book. I'm super excited, loving the packaging, the selection. We are all set up to have a really good holiday. So exciting. Congratulations to Team Momentum, who is putting in the work, getting the award seals, making their way to President's Club and higher. Keep pushing, you guys. Don't count yourself out if you're not fully tracking, because we do have the most exciting time of the year coming. So if you can, try to track towards President's Club. And then at the very end, we can get a little creative with some sales ideas to really get you there if you're close. So the biggest perk right now of President's Club is the 40% guaranteed commission on full earnings items. So I thought I would share this here. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen in your Facebook feeds, on Avon now, things are turning pink for breast cancer awareness. October is both breast cancer awareness and domestic violence awareness month. So those are two causes that Avon is a big supporter of, and we actually are the national corporate presenting sponsor of the Making Strides Walks. So I hope that you guys have checked it out to see, because they are all over. So travel cannot be the reason that you can't do it, because they're all over the US. If you go to makingstrideswalk.org, and I think I'm going to check the URL here so that you can find it. You can find the one near you. Okay, so I just did makingstrideswalk.org/Avon. So find one in your area. I hope that it's way warmer this year than it was last year. You can't really tell how cold it was that day, but I had some of those tight track pants on that had like mesh, and my toes were literally frozen. Ava was frozen. Peyton had to go back inside. It was so cold. So I am hoping this year it's a lot warmer. Anyhow, it was all for a good cause and raising money for the American Cancer Society. So you'll see the products coming up in Campaign 21, and 15% of the proceeds, up to $750,000, goes to the cause. So you can do good by volunteering, by walking, by buying those products. You can help in many different ways. So congratulations to our top 20: Peter, Wendy, Debbie, Trisha, Kim, Kelly, Thomas, Juanita, Margaret, Jennifer, Kim, Cynthia, Haley, Sherry, Leisha, Doris, Brenda, Rachel, Joe, and Katie. Way to go in Campaign 19. Exciting stuff to come. And with me doing calls every other week, I'll try to be better about including different team members so you can hear a lot of different perspectives and tips. This slide is to kind of give you a snapshot of all of our big product launches that we've had this year, what you can focus on when you're marketing during these campaigns. And remember to always be sharing the other great products that we have launched this year. I have on my Iron Violet Glimmer Shadow. So just because we've moved on in the campaigns doesn't mean that you can't still share it in person and on social media. Selling to groups, that is my advice for really trying to level up faster than you normally would. It's to try and sell to groups of people instead of building one at a time. And we're going to share that in our upcoming slides here. So how to do a successful vendor event. I have to be honest, I haven't done a ton of these. So I am not the key expert to be talking about these, but I did learn some tricks, and hopefully I can share some of them and they can be helpful to you. So my biggest piece of advice is to get one of these wheels. The hardest thing with that is that you have to be able to give something away when they spin. But it doesn't have to be something big. You can give away lipstick bullets, or you can give away chapsticks. You could give away a coupon. I mean, you can be as creative as you want. You can find stuff in the outlet to give away that's not going to cost you very much. So the big thing with the wheel is that people just get really excited seeing that. It's like the Wheel of Fortune phenomenon or something. When our store was in an indoor mall, if we had that thing up, we would get so many people coming in just to see what we were doing. So how we work it, I normally do that they have to make a purchase to spin the wheel. But that's really up to you, what you can afford, how long you're going to be out at an event, how busy the event is. So it's really an attention grabber. They have fun spinning the wheel. Kids especially like doing it. You could even just let them spin the wheel if they're willing to fill out a contact form. So the contact form is going to give you their information so that you can follow up after the event. And that's really where the gold is, okay? It may not be at the event. We've all heard, Sarah's showing her contact form there. We've all heard of events turning out to be a big flop, right? Okay, I went there, I set up my table, it took forever, I hardly had anyone. But what if you walk away with 5 loyal customers that stick with you for years? So you really can't judge the success of an event based on what happens that day. It's what you do with their contact information and how you follow up with them in the future. So the contact form is a must. You might want to give away buttons, stickers, whatever you want to do. Make it fun. Get out in front of your table. I always give my employees a hard time because they stand behind the sales counter like they're, stuck in this little block. But if you get out and you conversate and you're social, people want to be a part of that. So make the most of your events. Cheryl and Sarah both had some really nice setups and some pictures coming up here. Amy Major shared one in one of the regional groups. Her tables looked great. Christopher Lewis set up at a Christopher and Bank store. He had a really nice table. So it's not about like waiting until you have a ton of stuff. You can definitely make your table look professional and nice. And the more you do these events, the more you'll learn. So just some of the ideas I had for products, definitely Skin So Soft, Glimmer Sticks. People love our deodorants, our hand creams. Make sure that you are prepared. This is an older slide, so I know we don't have leadership tips anymore, but just make sure that you're prepared with change. Maybe you want to get the Square plugin so that you can run debit cards. And that is all for me. I'm going to hand it over to Sarah. And she volunteered herself to speak by sharing these just about a week ago.
Last weekend, yep. Hi, everybody. Okay, so I've been doing vendor events at different festivals and craft shows and fairs for probably around 15 years. I haven't been with Avon that long. I've only been with Avon for 3 years, but I used to make jewelry and I do face and body art. So I'm a veteran when it comes to working festivals and fairs. So like Emily said a while ago, sometimes now when I was doing my face and body art and when I was making jewelry, and the same thing with Avon, what your main goal is, I mean, of course we want to make money. And if you pay a big booth fee, you want to at least get that back and make a little bit of money on top of it. But sometimes it's a toss-up whether or not you're going to make that money. But if you can get away from your event with contact information and potential customers, then that is progressive. It moves you into the future. You can contact these people, and if they're willing to leave you their contact information, then they have shown an interest in what you do, and they're interested in having you come to them in the future. Or I couldn't tell you how many festival coordinators came to my booth and said, hey, I want you at my festival. So, and that's the same thing with Avon. And the way I get contact information is I have a raffle of some kind. I do all different kinds of things. Sometimes it's a product bundle. Other times I'll give away a $20 shopping spree, just whatever. And I have these contact forms, and they're pretty in-depth, but I have these little tickets that I bought, and I staple a ticket to each one, and they get to keep that little coupon. I think sometimes when they get to take that home with them, they'll stick it in their wallet, and it's like, ooh, if she calls me, then I have the number and I can get this free thing or whatever. So it's just something that's more aesthetic, kind of gives them a little bit of excitement, because you give people tickets and they're like, ooh, I'm going to get something for this ticket. So it's kind of like it's a mind game. So on this form, I ask for their name, address, phone number, cell phone number, and I also have a section on here that asks if it's okay to text them, if texting is available on their phone. Because some people just don't like to talk on the phone. I'm one of those people. I don't like to talk on the phone. I prefer text. So if somebody gives me the option to get text, that's what I'm going to pick. I ask for the email, and then I have them tell me what's the best way to contact them down here. And the choices there are phone, email, text, or Facebook. And then they get to mark yes or no to different questions on the bottom. This tells me what information they want from me in the future. And do they want information about becoming an Avon representative, or receiving Avon brochures, or emails, or information on home parties or book parties, or information on Avon fundraisers. So they get to tell you what they're interested in by marking that form. So when they mark the form, then I have them take the little coupon and they fold it up and they put it in a basket. And this last event that you see here in the pictures, I probably collected at least 20 contact forms. And out of those 20, I did get about 5 orders. Later, one person ordered from the event. I sold a few things, but one person put in an order during the event, and then 4 or 5 other people put in orders within the next few days. And at events, for a while, I would bring all kinds of stuff and just load my tables up with all kinds of stuff. But I've learned that when Avon launches new stuff, because people really like to hear about the new products and see what's new with the company and what kind of new things they can look forward to. So this last time I had quite a bit of the new stuff. You can see there that I had the new Neutralize and all the new Matitudes there in the front, and some of the lip tattoos. And I had some of the stuff that we got from Rep Fest, like the jewelry and the new Christmas ornament there. Skin So Soft is always a big seller. If you work events, take Skin So Soft. If you want to sell stuff, Skin So Soft is my main seller at events. Skincare, and honestly, like just like everything else, it depends on the crowd that comes in. This particular one, I sold a couple bottles of Skin So Soft, but I mostly sold the makeup that I had on hand. I had a lot of makeup people and some of the skincare that I had. So it really depends, but Skin So Soft is always a big seller for me. But yeah, guys, and don't get discouraged if you work an event and you don't make a lot of money. Get that contact information. That is your biggest goal when you work these events, because then you can follow up with them and, you know, give them books. Or like I had, let's see, 3 people show interest in joining my team. One of them joined 2 days ago. Another one is just waiting on her paycheck and she's going to join. But yeah, you get people to join, you get people to contact you later, or you can follow up with them. You get orders. It doesn't all have to happen in the one day. So that's why the contact information is important.
Okay, so 2 questions for you, Miss Sarah. What is your process to follow up with them then when you get home?
Depending on what they mark that they want, you know, how they want me to follow up with them, I'll either shoot them a text, which is normally the main way that I contact them. I'll shoot them a text and on occasion an email. But yeah, I just shoot them a message and let them know that you know, hi, this is Sarah. Yeah, I talked to you at the whatever event it was. And this one, it was kind of like a flea market. I'm like, I talked to you at the flea market. I was the Avon representative, and I just wanted to see if there would be a good time for me to talk to you about, you know, you're interested in joining my team, or you're interested in, you know, the holiday books. So that was a big thing right now. They're asking about the holiday books when the holiday books are coming out. So now's a good time. The fall is usually the best time to do these kinds of things because people are looking forward to the holiday selection. So yeah, when I get home within the next couple days, 2 or 3 days, I contact everybody whose information I got.
All right, cool. And then you have a very nice wide selection of products. So do you stock up like on a little bit of on-hand products as you go along, or do you purchase more for when you're gonna actually be having a table?
A little bit of both. Right before the event, I will start like those Skin So Soft bottles because they usually sell well. I usually have to stock up on stuff like that. All those perfume bottles, because I'm a junkie, those are all my personal bottles. So I have them there so they can see the full size bottle and smell it, and you know, then they can place their orders. But for the most part, I just stock up on stuff, you know, just here and there. Unless I know I'm going to be doing an event, then I'll purchase mostly the Skin So Soft oils. Those are the biggest things.
All right, cool. Looks awesome. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, Miss Cheryl also had a home party and an event this weekend. So group events, let's hear from Miss Cheryl.
I keep forgetting to unmute myself. So hi, everybody. I just moved from California to Texas. I already had, I have a lot of friends here in Texas and a few customers, but I really need to grow my customer base. So my daughter has a huge network of friends and acquaintances and stuff. She's really involved with the school and the church and this and that, a lot of charities. So we barely got unpacked, and I had an Avon home party at my house, and that was on Friday night, and she invited everybody she could think of that would be interested. And I thought there was going to be about 20 people show up, but I did have 8 people show up, and there were probably half of them I didn't know. So I was meeting them for the first time. I ended up selling a lot of product that I had on hand. I also took 3 orders for this campaign, and I even sent them home because I was expecting more people. I had extra gift bags, And I sent those with those people that showed up so they could share them with their coworkers, with their family members. So I'm hoping to get more orders through that.
Can you share with us what you stuck in the gift bag?
Sure, I had samples. I bought the neutralized nose strips and took the, you can break those down and use them as samples. And so I put one of those in everybody's bag. I had a Campaign 20 and Campaign 21 brochure. I had a fundraising flyer, a Join Avon flyer, the special that you had a picture of just a little while ago with the free warming peel. I had that in there. And I also had a flyer that listed all the different ways that you could use the Avon bubble bath. And I ended up selling a lot of the bubble bath because I had that flyer on hand and I had plenty of bubble bath to go around. So that was pretty awesome. And then I had a few other samples. I had a couple of the perfume samples, a couple of skincare samples, and a couple of free gifts for everybody. I gave everybody a free lip balm and a free mini Avon Clean facial washer, I can't think of what I'm trying to say, the face wash. So they got all that. And then we played games. We did maybe 4 games and gave away prizes. One thing that I did was I had everybody write down as many things about me that they could think of. And I gave them, I think, 3 minutes to do it. And it was amazing how much people had paid attention to everything I said from the moment they walked in the door. I mean, I talked about my eyebrows. I talked about an illness that I have. And these people remembered everything and just had these big, long lists of things that they knew about me. So it was fun. It really was. So if you can do an Avon home party, do it. I had such a good time. Everybody had fun. Have wine. People love wine, I learned. My daughter said, have wine and they will come. But anyways, it was a good time. And then the next day, there was the 3 or 4 states fair. I can't remember if it's 3 or 4. And so they were having a parade that went right by where we were. And I had found out about this probably a month before I even moved here and had talked to the people online that do all the, the vendor portion of it. So I made sure to have on hand, all of the different products that people like to buy. But more than anything, I had the contact cards. I collected those. I did a giveaway of a gift box from last Christmas. I think I got, like Sarah, about 20 contacts that I will follow up with this week. And I will enter them into my web address for Avon, into my address book, and also into my MailChimp that I do my own marketing for. And so from here on out, those contacts are going to continually be marketed to, whether it's from Avon or for myself. So collecting that information is really important. And it's really the only reason I do vendor events is to be seen, to be heard, to get information. I had people that knew I was coming that knew my daughter that I had never met, and they came to my booth just to get a brochure so that they can order stuff from me. Oh, I've been following you for years on Facebook. You don't know me. I'm like, no, but I do now. I had my granddaughters help me. It was a good time. It really was. I didn't make a lot of money, I'm not going to lie, but it just depends on when it is, and my daughter, she made me do the fall decorations. And I was like, it doesn't have to be fancy. She's like, well, yeah, it does. That's my daughter. But she's really supporting me with my Avon business now that I'm in Texas. And Yeah, so it's been fun. I agree with everything that Emily had said, her list of items to have. Um,
What
and
about, do either one of you have ideas of where to go to find events that are looking for vendors?
I know that there are a lot of Facebook groups for different areas, and they're going to have Facebook groups. They'll probably have a Texarkana vendor event.
So
Facebook.
maybe like the city and then vendor events.
Yes, and you can also, oh my gosh, you can contact or go to the Chamber of Commerce website. They're going to have things that are listed there. Make sure that you're following your city's Facebook page, the Chamber of Commerce Facebook page, and local news. You want to make sure that you're really paying attention to what's going on in your community and the surrounding communities. And you'll see this stuff. And anytime you see a flyer advertising an event and it says that they're going to have vendors, they almost always have a contact number on there that you can call and find out how to sign up for that vendor event.
And also, when you go and work these events, ask the other vendors. They're happy to share any other events that they're going to. That's
one thing that my grandchildren and my daughter were kind of giving me funny looks, but once I got set up, I went around and introduced myself to all the vendors that were around me, let them know who I was, that I was here from California, just moved, and find out what they sell, you know, just because you want to do that networking, because they're doing the same thing. So if somebody comes up to them and looks at their stuff and says, yeah, I'm looking for Avon, they can say, oh, well, Cheryl, look her up, sells Avon, you know, or maybe they have my business card or whatever. And it's all about networking.
All right, cool. Thank you. And then we do have a question. Do either of you have experience doing like a sale out of your trunk?
I've only done it one time. I did it at a 4th of July parade, and
LOL.
And I didn't have any, I got no junk in my trunk.
Yeah, I don't know what the rules are for that.
I think it depends on everybody's city, whether you can do it or not. My philosophy is do things until somebody tells you no.
Better to ask forgiveness than permission in those cases.
There you go. That's what it is. Yeah, tailgating, Angela, same thing.
Yeah, I go to local city parks, and I'll just park in the parking lot. And, you know, usually if I see that there's people there, and I've done that. And another thing, you mentioned trunks. This time of year is the time to look for trunk or treats. And
yes, I know, I was looking. Next time we'll cover Halloween tricks, tips.
Buy the packets of the Bug Guard wipes. There's 8 per packet. And you can go to baseball games, parades, all these different things, and you can sell this for $1 a piece. I think I sold like 5 of them at my vendor event.
Nice. All right, Cheryl, I think you are taking us through some of the products coming up.
All right. So we're going to celebrate some top e-sellers. These are people with online sales in campaign 19, the top 15. We have Wendy, Ann, Haley, Kimberly, Ashley, Joseph, Rachel, Kimberly Karpowitz, Angie, Brenda, Jennifer, Lacey, Stephanie, Amy, and Becky. Congratulations, you guys. Yay. So in campaign 21, we have our new Neutralize anti-pollution products coming out. Make sure that you guys get these in your hands and try them. People were very fascinated at my home party. I had one on hand and I squirted it on everybody's hand, and it comes out almost kind of a grayish black. And they were able to rub it in, and one girl, she was really pale, She's like, oh, look, you can't even tell it was there, because at first they're kind of like in shock. I don't want to put that on my face, but everybody loved it. They really loved the way it smelled and everything. So really be promoting the campaign 21, our neutralize anti-pollution, and of course our A box. You can always upsell them with the A box, get that $50 order. Yay. And who doesn't love that animal print on there? So again, here is our anti-pollution. This is the serum. This is what I shared with everybody that was at my house the other night. And again, they really loved it. One of the biggest comments I had from the people at my party about all of the Avon products, it was always, oh my gosh, that smells so good. Oh, did you smell? I mean, everything smells so wonderful with Avon. And it's something that they actually really, really loved. And again, with the, let's see, learn about the product so that when people ask you, what is it for? What is it going to do for me? So that you can tell them. We did have our Campaign 20 pre-launch exclusive where they were able to get the serum, the mask, and the pore strips for $40. So they have until tomorrow to do that. Let's see. And then, like I had mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned it before. Yeah, I did. The strips, those are going to be great to use as samples. I wouldn't give them just out to anybody, but if you have skincare customers, buy those, the charcoal strips, and maybe put those in their bags to get them acquainted with the anti-pollution line. I tried to get everybody to do it at my house that night, but they all had their makeup all pretty. They were like, oh no, I'm not doing that. So of course, October, we all know, is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's a very important month for everybody at Avon. We have our Do Good, Feel Good products, and we have our walks. So make sure that you are promoting these items and that you're going to sign up for a walk somewhere in your area. Really important cause, something that I'm very connected with and everything. And I love the products this year. I love the design of them. They're just really cute. And I think we're going to do really good with them this year. And if you're going on a walk, get the tutu. Tutu. So cute. And then we have our Pearly Perfection collection. So wear it, share it, and sell it. It's the best way. A very huge conversation starter is always going to be jewelry. And the Live Out Loud in Campaign 22. If you guys haven't smelled this perfume yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. It is amazing. I absolutely love it. That was one of the samples I put in everybody's bag at my Avon party, and they loved it. And you know, another one that they loved was the Honey Blossom. I didn't have a sample of it, but I brought my bottle out here, and they were going crazy over it. So don't forget about those older products that have already come out. If Live Out Loud isn't for them, maybe the Honey Blossom is. And again, always be doing your add-on A boxes with those $40 orders. It's going to help you with your total award sales. And not only that, your customers are getting a fantastic deal. This A box, it's a $37 value for only $10. Who doesn't love a little perk, especially this one with the little gems for your fingernails?
And they are, I don't know if they're repackaging some of the samples, but the selection of samples is getting smaller, but don't let that stop you, especially with fragrance, because purchasing one bottle would give you 1,000 samples. So just because it doesn't come in the vial or on a strip doesn't mean that you can't be creative and make samples of it.
Yes, and you know, like Sarah was saying at her vendor event, she had bottles of all the different perfumes that she already had, and I do that a lot too. I used to have, I gave a lot of it away, but I used to probably have like 100 bottles of perfume, and I would lug them to all my vendor events. You know, now I'm trying just to do those core ones because people really do want to try it on. So.
And sometimes, sorry, Cheryl, I'm gonna jump in here.
What?
Sometimes they don't really want to spray it on themselves. So I make these. I cut cardstock up and just write fragrance stick on them. And
I like that.
I keep them in, this is a vintage Avon goblet. So I keep them in this, and then they can spray these to get the smell so they don't have to spray it on themselves.
Yeah.
I may also have a little cup of coffee beans near there because that's supposed to like clear your palate. So if we have some of those by our fragrance testers.
I never knew that. Good.
Make sure the kids don't eat them.
Have you had kids try to eat them?
Yes.
That's funny. So here we have some, this is a sneak peek for campaign 23. You know, our holiday items are coming. We have the Hydrofusion Snow Cream, all of our Christmas clothes, the pajamas, the slippers, the makeup. So be aware of what is coming up so that you can promote it to your customers. You know your customers better than anybody, and you know what they're going to want, and make sure that you're letting them know what we do have available. If you know people who have grandkids, you want to make sure that they're, you know, buying the little lip balms and stuff, stocking stuffers. So,
and this is campaign 23, so that means when we move over to campaign 21, we're going to be able to buy these demos. So, woohoo!
I know. And maybe have a holiday home party. I did one year and my sales were amazing. I didn't have but a few people show up, but let me tell you, they spent a lot of money. So I was real happy, and it was just fun. I had everything out. I bought all the demos and everything, and it was a good time. So holiday parties, you could do those with your friends and family and have some wine and do a sip and shop. So anyways, and look at these kitty cats with the bubble bath. How cute are those? Everything this year, not everything, but the majority of the holiday products are very retro, and people, including myself, love retro anything. So I'm excited. And of course, we still have High Five Online going, our incentive for, you're going to earn $25 for every 5 unique $50 orders through your online store. So make sure you're sharing with your customers about the A box, because that will take you from a $40 order to a $50 order. Make sure you're sharing the link with all of your friends, family, customers on social media. They've been keeping this one rolling. And of course, Jamaica. Go into your incentive section of avonnow.com and learn about the different ways to earn this trip. We have until the end of campaign 26 to actually earn it. What is that? I can't see because my thing's in the way. December 10th, 2019 is when the sales cycle will close out. So make sure that, you know, we're winding down. We've only got a few campaigns left, and you want to know what it is you need to do to earn this trip. And with that, boom, Emily.
Boom. Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. Just being able to see your beautiful faces puts a smile on my face. So if you can't connect with your team, your customers live, do Zoom meetings. it's nice to have video and be interacting face to face, even if you're not right with each other. So we want to always be bringing in new team members. Right now is a great time to promote who wants to earn extra cash, who's looking to earn some extra money for Christmas, who would like a 40% discount on their Avon. Now is a great time to really push getting people in to your team, because this is the best time for them to try it out. We have a ton of products. We have exciting launches coming with LG. There's lots of news for you guys to use to get people interested. And we don't always have to just be pushing, sign up on my team, sign up on my team. We want to always be offering the benefit of what's in it for them. But then, yes, we also want to have that call to action so that they actually take the action to join. And like Sarah mentioned, you know, just by talking with people, you can find people that are interested. You know, she has someone that signed up already, someone that's going to when they get paid. So that right there sounds like the event was worth it to me, just having those two conversations. So keep the opportunities open and coming, and be optimistic. If you're, you know, got your head down and you're complaining about how nothing's happening for you, nothing is going to continue to happen. So I know that that is the hardest part of being an entrepreneur, right? We don't have someone telling us what we have to do, but we have to generate that excitement and always be leading the way and sharing and promoting happiness, right? And our great products. I think one thing that's so cool with Avon is that, you know, some of these companies don't have great products and they get in trouble because their representatives are their only customers. And what I love about Avon is we do have such great products. A lot of times it's about reintroducing them to people that haven't tried them in a long time. We have the quality products, we have the huge brands. It's about you getting out there and sharing it. So there is, you can make the most money. I'm going to argue that the most money can be made in Avon in leadership. Is it the easiest part of the business? Probably not. But you can continue to bring people in. The thing that I love about leadership is that it's residual earnings. So even if I stop selling today, I would still be earning from my team. If I stop selling products today, there goes that profit. So the cool part about leadership is really that residual earning, and it's really a future benefit that you have to be thinking about. And I think that's why it's hard for people to stay motivated, because it might be a promise in the future that you're going to get paid off for all that hard work you put in the beginning. So just looking at it more as inviting friends in to sell with you. As a leader, you don't have to have all the answers. You can figure it out as you go. And you know, even every campaign or every month, one of us who have been doing it for years is like, well, I don't know. Have they changed that? I don't know. So don't feel like you have to be at a certain stage in your business to start inviting people in to sell. So you send them to sellavon.com, and you want to tell them to use your advisor code. Angela, as far as I know, Sell Avon and Start Avon still work. I'll test them real quick here. Start Avon Yes, and sell Avon. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know what the plan is with those two different URLs. Just continue to check them before you give them out. And your advisor code is that last part of your website. So your biggest recruiting tool is really to be showing yourself, having passion for the business, how much you love the flexibility, being able to be with your family. What do you love about the business that you can share and get people to ask you about it? So let's give a big hurrah to our leaders here. It's honestly been a little bit slow lately. We can admit that, right, guys? So the fact that you're still bringing in team members and working your business on the days when it's not so exciting, that gets a round of applause. That should be cheered more than when it's exciting and it's a little bit easier, because it's the days where you're feeling frustrated, where it's hard to still go through those motions. So good job for being on the call on a summer night. Well, I guess it's not summer anymore, but you could be doing other things. Way to go, Cheryl and Jane, Kim, Becky, Trisha, and then again, Cheryl, Jane, Becky, Kim, and Juanita. So I'm looking forward to October 18th, where all of my President's Club and higher members have been invited to Rockford, and bronze ambassadors and higher. And I think we're gonna have about a group of 12 of us. So yay, I look forward to that. And I wanna end here with some quotes. Like I said before, that change is necessary. Make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people who are lifting you up. If there's certain people that you're around and they're just always bringing your mood down, maybe it's time to create a little space there. Champions aren't made in gyms. Champions are made from something. They have deep inside them a desire, a dream, a vision. They have to have last minute stamina. They have to be a little faster. They have to have the skill and the will, but the will must be stronger than the skill. Okay, yay. So Muhammad Ali, it's about having that stamina, going through the times where you're consistent and you're performing even when those results aren't coming in. So campaign 20 orders are due tomorrow. I always recommend putting them in at least the day before so that there's no problems. You don't miss out on a level or a title advancement by a few dollars. We always want to be creating a cushion so that we can prevent things from getting out underneath us. So make sure that you're getting your Live Out Loud, your demo bottle, or your samples. Make sure you're getting extra books. So submitting our campaign 20 order, we want to get our campaign 22 books to sell more. Sometimes we have to have more sales tools. So start looking at how many more brochures you're gonna buy with these holiday sales. We will talk about some Halloween ideas on our next call. We might have to have Sarah back because she's like Queen Halloween. All right, well, thank you so much, Cheryl and Sarah, for taking the time to share with us. I think your tips were really helpful, and I think it was the best part of the call this evening. All right.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.